Mike had mentioned post-game that if you guys can stay together and not let the results kind of dissuade you, that you guys are close to getting this ball over the hill. How did practice go today?
It went good. You know what I'm saying? We got after it. Start preparing for Baylor. You know, a lot of their actions, a lot of their player personnel. So just kind of getting ready. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we're really close. We're really close to, you know, getting over that hump and, you know, winning these games. You know that we're capable of winning.
What's it gonna take to finish that?
I think just staying together, you know, when it gets tight, you know what I'm saying? We usually have a solid little lead, but, you know, over time, you know, they can kind of go on runs and then, you know, it's kind of a toss up there. So I think just being more connected in the harder times of the game.
Bryce, how difficult is it to learn to win in those situations, essentially?
I mean, it's just something that, you know, it takes experience, you know what I'm saying? You just got to go through it, and then through that, you know, you learn, you know, what you got to do, what you shouldn't do, you know, who to listen to, you know, just all the little things that go into winning at this level.
Do you feel like this team has that they know how to win?
Yeah, I mean, because we won, you know, big games against you know, good opponents before, you know what I'm saying? So we know it, but it's just a matter of going out and doing it every night, because in this conference, it's, you know, it's tough. You know, you're going against a good team every night, but, you know, we're also a good team, so we expect to win.
What's kind of the key to is there something Mike emphasizes in the huddle when an opponent is on a run? What's the key to stopping an opponent's run?
So Coach Mike preached the Kansas game. Like when he beat Kansas in 2018, it was just like being like staying solid, you know, like knowing that your work gonna get you through it, and like stay consistent with the principles and the little things, and whatever you do, and your work gonna show, and it's gonna get you over the top.
Woody, you had your time away from the program. You came back. You played more minutes now than you had most of last season. What have you kind of thought of your game so far?
You know, I still feel like I'm trying to find a rhythm from three. You know, I haven't really been getting looks. I got a couple looks against Kansas, and since then I haven't really been shooting the ball too much. So I'm been trying to find other ways to impact the game. You know, rebounding, you know, cutting without the ball, trying to find ways to score or just impact the game without having the ball in my hand. So I feel like once I get back in my rhythm, then it's just going to keep elevating.
With the personal stuff, how tough has it been for you?
Very personal. I mean, it's very tough, you know, just like, you know, I got to think about that every day. You know, it's not a day I don't go by without thinking of my pops and stuff like that. So, you know, just being able to, like, be with my brothers, like my teammates, Coach Mike, LB, you know, they help me through it, you know, keep me, like, level-headed and make sure I'm always good if I ever need anything. So, you know, it's tough, but I'm getting help through it, you know, so it's good.
Was it hard to turn to basketball?
Was it hard to turn to basketball after everything?
Yeah, it still is, you know, because just knowing that my father wanted to see me play basketball every day, you know, and knowing that he won't be able to see me like in person no more, you know, yeah, that's tough. So sometimes it affects how I feel, but you know, it's life, you know, death just comes with everybody. So it just happened to be my time, and I just had to learn how to fight through it, and I'm still learning how to fight through it.
Something somewhat similar happened with Musa last season. Mike let him go home. He let you. What does that kind of mean that, you know, he's kind of had your back through it?
You know, just show how much of a family-oriented program it is, and just that in this program, basketball isn't everything. You know, knowing that how close me and my father was, you know, that he allowed me to take time to go back home. The same with Musa and his mom last year. You know, being able to be around your loved ones in such a tough time. You know, it shows what type of man Coach Mike is, and like that's just a great pillar of his program, because basketball isn't everything. You know, it's really family oriented, and he wants what's best for you personally.
I mean, if you don't mind me asking, how influential was your father in getting you started in your basketball career?
I always say this: without my father, I wouldn't play sports. Without my father and my nephew, like my father used to take me to Redskin games every year, because I'm from Washington D.C., Washington Wizards games. And like I said, my nephew, he happens to be older than me. He my little big nephew, but he used to take me to his football games and basketball games every weekend. You know, so without them two, I wouldn't be playing sports probably. So my father played a huge impact in me playing sports to this day.
Who was your favorite Wizard growing up?
Favorite Wizard? For young years, I'll probably say Gilbert Arenas. Then when John Wall came to town, John Wall took that title. Yeah.
Did you catch the Robert Griffin III years, or were you kind of there when they weren't very good?
Nah, I've been in Washington, D.C. my whole life. I was at a couple RG3 games. I was at the game where he ran 73 yards against the Vikings. That was it. I've seen it all, man. I've seen it all.
Guys, I don't know if you saw, there's a thing last night, the NCAA's letting or changing the rules, allowing, I think, one more assistant coach to men's basketball. How important, are those guys that maybe the whole fan base doesn't know, but are so important in helping you guys, those assistant coaches?
Yeah, they're very important. They're kind of in charge of the little things that go on. For the bigger picture of the team. You know what I'm saying? Like the assistants usually are on the scout. So they're taking us through player personnel. Different plays. Player tendencies. All that good stuff. And that's just having good assistant coaches are very important. Because you can kind of like say you're getting into it with the head coach. The assistant coach can pull you to the side. Kind of calm you down, lock you back in. Give you little tips and tricks on how to just how to get better. So they're very valuable and we really appreciate them.
Caleb kind of got hot off the bench against Kansas State. When you guys have even one person that's hot from shooting that night, how much does that really open up the offense?
It opens up a ton, because the gravity sucks in, whenever he's doing what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? He's a great player, and we expect that out of him. You know what I'm saying? Because we see it every day in practice, so we expect that, and then that's when us as guards, we got to play off of that. You know what I'm saying? We got to be able to knock down those open kick-out shots. We got to be able to, when we drive in and they come and collapse, to throw that lob up to them. Just all the little things, just playing off of each other and using each other's strengths, for the betterment of the team.
Was Baylor a turning point for you last year?
For me, like personally?
Yeah, because that was the game you exploded and you guys upset them in Waco.
Yeah, that was definitely a big turning point, especially for my confidence level, just going in and doing that on the number one team's, floor, after just losing 2 games was, it was big, not only for me, but for the team. I think we were able to kind of use that momentum to go forward and, we're looking to do the same on Saturday.
Teams have been guarding you a little different, I think, the last couple of games. What are you seeing and how do you adjust?
I seen they've been watching film, so they're not letting me get that many clean looks off, so I got to be more crafty with, how I set my man up off screens, making sure I'm ready to shoot, maybe getting to the free throw line a little bit more, just kind of loosen them up a little bit, back doors, just all the little things, I got to be more of a player because, I'm one of the focal points on the scout report.
We talked about your mid-range game quite a bit last season. You've taken a lot more threes this year. Is that a hard thing to switch in your mindset to pull from three as much as you have?
Not necessarily. I think it's just playing. Coach Mike has stressed that we need to shoot threes. You know what I'm saying? Because those are the ones that can kind of get us going, get us energy, and just kind of propel us forward. So I think I just got to play my game and just take what the defense gives me. Rather than kind of setting something in my head and then that don't work, but when you're flowing and you're just kind of playing off the defense, then good things can come.
Do you guys sense a different Caleb Boone the last few weeks?
Yeah. I mean, I hope so. You know what I'm saying? I want him to play like that every game because I know he can. I know he's capable. I know he has the gifts and talents to go out there and dominate. You know what I'm saying? And we need that. Because that makes us as a team, a lot better than me, Avery, John Michael. Everybody, Woody. Everybody can just build on that, and then that's how we win games.
Is he any different without Keelan?
No, I mean, I think he's still the same goofy Caleb. yeah, I think he's still the same.
Is it easier or harder in a level like this to stack big performances? If you go off for 25 one week, does it mean you might do it again, or does it mean the other team's going to take extra notice?
Or you can answer.
Or yeah, I guess both you guys.
I haven't really scored at that level.
Wait, can you answer it again, please?
Is it easier or harder at a level like this to kind of stack big performances? Go off one day, do it again the next, or is it harder to repeat?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think you just gotta play the game. Sometimes they're just not gonna fall. You know what I mean? Like last night, it was kind of just a struggle game for me. The ball just didn't go in. I got some solid looks, but I think it's difficult. It's a really good league, especially defensively. Yeah, you got a lot of guys helping, and so I think we're capable. Individual players are capable of putting together those performances night in, night out. But it's going to be difficult, and a lot of things got to go your way.
Anything else?